Good evening, YouTube. This is Dawn here, welcoming you back for another movie night review, number 371. It's a horror short film, and it is called Who Goes There? All right, so let's get into the movie night review right now. So there's three sisters, Norwegian sisters, okay, and one is sick, and they the oldest sister walks into a one of the doctors, all right, and something about everything leads up to something, and there is a um it's like a mist of ghost or something paranormal or supernatural is lingering amongst them. And one of them have to pick up that something is going on before the oldest sister, who is watching the younger sister and who has to make the decision about the doctor arriving or not, has to recognize if that's their stuff. And if it is or if it isn't, it's at the last call if it does anything for them at all as sisters or as for the sister herself. So the well-being is the utmost. Okay, so if I were to go any more into the ending, I wouldn't, only because you may not pick up what's getting ready to happen and it actually falls there. There's grave sites, a supernatural substance, and one of the sisters who's supposed to be handling, and one who speaks English frequently, where she didn't want to do the devil's language earlier. So, all in all, if I were to tell you the ending, I wouldn't ruin it for you. That someone dies, and someone dies again, but no one knows who it is. And there's like three or four characters, and two are standing, and there's three graves. So go figure what the ending is for yourself. Nobody ruins a surprise. Nobody talks about it, and nobody references that much that something's getting ready to happen and it doesn't. Okay, so that's all I can say. But the subject for tonight is called bearability. If all people knew what to do, we'd have a cordial meeting and everything would take place there, and someone would get money and the others would get a whole bunch of stuff. Then we go to play the route of the sane, and somebody brings back a whole bunch of information and the other one brings back a whole bunch of money. So bearability has you to understand who is the worm and who is the swirl of Holy Ghost mist. There's only one, and both of them do the same thing. But if one runs into the push net more than the others, yes, it's the one who's crying the most, the one who is unbearable, but least about bearability. Because bearability, once it is that everybody is sane, bearability comes in and yanks the tone of indignified out of the soul or them. And it just leaves that head nod over to the side that really can't get into you. Nothing fills it back up, is the whole shit. So it's just a lingering piece of meat that walks from one side to the other until everybody gets caught up with why they couldn't help people out for a moment. That takes a long time. Nobody's on the piece of meat until they start eating meat, or if it's a vegan, until they start eating meat again, to only recognize why they do things at all. Then once that happens, nobody's asking, so it's very nothing. It's very nothing and nowhere and none, and very open, that the piece of meat is open now, where we didn't say or think about it before, or where someone said too much. So bearability will not only clean everything up, it'll help you to understand that you did see the thing, that you do recognize yourself, and you know that someone's right there with his front side and at the front part talking your stuff and looking at you at the same time, knowing he can't do it, but knowing he's a thief in front of you, so you stay away from guys. Once you understand to stay away from, but it's at the same time, he can't be the girl that handles you, as he's a guy that doesn't want you. That doesn't make any sense. And his front and back don't either, meaning whatever he's supposed to be doing at his place, he never got it. So he'll be the one who gets executed and nobody else. So the swirl isn't the Holy Spirit or the holiness. It is only a swirl of like ding, farts and shit, okay? And it doesn't go anywhere. And when they have their head nod and we recognize it's a piece of meat again, we'll only understand that all the money that we brought back has nothing to do with it. Nothing.